until several years ago, I started to see just how much this lie, which I always felt. I mean, as I said, I never thought much about it, but I always would have felt it was a lie when I saw how much this was infiltrating the church. Because I can almost not I don't want to say turn a blind eye because we should never do that, but I can still rest my head on my pillow at night without getting too worried if when the world is going crazy because we already know it's crazy. But when I see
Right.
these deceptions entering into the church, and not only the church, but so-called Orthodox Catholics who should know better, are arguing that aliens not only exist, but that they're here on Earth, and this is going to change everything, and they're going to save us. That set off every alarm bell and every red flag I could imagine in my conscience, as I'm sure it does to you as well. And if it hasn't, if you haven't had those alarm bells going off yet, it's probably because you haven't seen
Yeah.
just how severe this has already gotten in the church. And once you see what they're saying, I think even before I present my argument against aliens, I think those alarm bells will start going off in your conscience as well.
Well, I always questioned it. I thought, okay, Jesus, this is my ignorance. Jesus died and he rose, but he died as a man because he had to be a man to, rectify or make up for the sins of man. So if there was an alien, how would he, and I remember thinking that. Does that admonish them? You know what I mean? I was like, how does that
Right.
play out? And so I watched a video that you recently did on your website, your YouTube channel, and that channel is what? Because I want people to watch it. What is the name of
Oh,
your
thank you.
channel?
That's DSD O'Connor is my tag or whatever they call it, the
Right.
handle DSD O'Connor.
So I want them to go because I watched that whole video yesterday, and today I watched your video with you and Mark because I wanted to make sure I was sounding, intelligent about this and listening to what are the things. And when you played the videos of this woman and this man, I never even knew that there was such a word as ufologists, but they're talking about this and an absolute uh was it apostasy, heresy, blasphemy from the church, the things that they were saying. It's like, really didn't need Jesus didn't rising from the dead. The light was really scientifically brought on by this. And it's like, so they're actually saying, you don't need a savior. We have this.
Hmm.
I thought,
Hmm.
wow, they've gone so very far. So without me doing too much talking, kind of take us to like, what are the two or three biggest proofs that aliens cannot exist? Actually, you know what? Before you do that, this idea that demons, this is my thought, demons can manifest any way they want. They can, possess a human, they can possess chairs, they can. So this idea that, oh, if you do see something alien, how do you not know it's a demon?
Exactly. And there's so much to go into here, and that's why the book's unbelievably thick. I had to address
Yeah.
this from every possible angle. But don't worry, I know most people won't have time to read the whole thing cover to cover. I've got a very detailed table of contents. You can find any individual question about this whole topic you might have,
Right.
and you can find where the answer is in it. But as you said,